Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Phoenix's turn to ban. Fnatic's turn to pick. Phoenix's turn to pick.
Invoker. Earth Spirit.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Gyrocopter.
Oh.
Phoenix's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Draft. It's time for game 2 of the winners bracket finals of the qualifier for Southeast Asia of the Shanghai Major. MVP Phoenix is one game down, as they just got rolled over by Fnatic, mostly by Fnatic's Ohio Earthshaker, who might not have had an easy time on lane, but definitely stepped up. Sorry guys, Buck shouldn't be there. But yes, MVP Phoenix, so far, from what we've seen, they win the
5 seconds remaining.
They win the second game, rather. They win the second game. They lose the first game and they win the second game. Yesterday we saw that in a 2-game series against Fnatic. This morning we saw it in a best of 3 that they had against Tiring, where they lost the first game. And actually they were playing against, what am I saying? They played against First Departure and they lost the first game and then they came back in the second and third game. So I'm expecting MVP Phoenix to take this game. Let's see what they are trying to do that with. They do have for Fnatic this time though the Darkseer for Ohio. So I think that's quite a comfort hero for Fnatic. By the way, the chai latte that I just showed is still very hot, so I can't actually drink it just yet. But I will try. And you shouldn't be too sad that I'm also drinking while casting, because
Phoenix's turn to pick.
having this hot goodness in front of me is just making me more energetic, and I needed some energy because you might have noticed that I was kind of tired in the previous games, apart from when I just had a cookie and when I just had tea. So I have like energy spikes. I'm now on a high. I'll have you know. Good. But yeah, Tusk, Nature's Prophet, Disruptor, and Chen removed by MVP Phoenix. I like the Chen ban. He had a big impact previous game, even though the ganks didn't really start off that well. He did make sure that basically one support of MVP Phoenix was constantly trying to make something happen that he couldn't, and made sure that he was still level 3 by the time it was 10 minutes. It was very sad for the Bane. Bane did not have a good game. Dubu had a bit of a rough time. Dubu will play Witch Doctor this time, though. It's a hero that he plays a lot of, and if his team... The thing is, I've seen him play 2 different kinds of Witch Doctors. At some point, his team was on the back foot during the laning stage, and then he was just food. But in another game, his team actually made it through the laning stage quite decently, and then he just owned. It was one of the 2. But I haven't seen him be in the middle yet, so we'll see. On the side of Fnatic, they removed Io and the Bounty Hunter, as well as the Juggernaut. And the Death Prophet. Again, they banned out the Death Prophet previous game. I still like that they do that because Kyo's Death Prophet is just a force to be reckoned with. So, let's look like we're gonna have a Febby Earth Spirit as he gets picked up by MVP Phoenix. Not too sure about that one. Haven't seen him be of that big of an impact. He is a very high skill hero, high skill cap rather. I mean, you can already do something with Earth Spirit even if you don't really know what you're doing. But the skill cap is so high that
10 seconds remaining.
I keep expecting these big plays, and maybe that's just my expectations that he will have this big impact. Like you see Jarex. The difference between a Jarex Earthshaker and the normal Earthshaker is just...
Fnatic's turn to pick.
It's gigantic. And that's how you see that the skill cap is such a big difference. Anyways, hope that MVP Phoenix can make the Earth Spirit work. They do pick up the Faceless Void. We saw 2 series of MVP Phoenix yesterday. And they were up against Faces Void a few times as well, but Void basically lost all the games that we saw from Southeast Asian Dota yesterday on this
10
channel, and
seconds remaining.
they did pick him up again a lot with the Witch Doctor. Now, if you pick it up together with the Witch Doctor, you want to go for the
5
combination of
seconds
Chrono Spearing, putting the Death Ward right outside, and trying to get some kills with that, because Faces Void nowadays is an offlaner.
Reserve time.
That means that you're more like turning into a utility Void rather than a super hardcore farming Void. If they can make it work this time, because they couldn't last time. They had like 1 or 2 kills that they got with a combination that you needed to go for, and then they couldn't really do anything with it. Kunkka picked up by Fnatic. Support Kunkka. A lot of control coming out from Fnatic actually, with both the Kunkka X-Mark as well as the Shadow Shaman, with the Shackle and the Ward, and the biggest difference between the lineups, once again,
Reserve time.
the pushing power. You got the words from the Shadow Shaman. What do you have on the MVP Phoenix side? Nothing yet. They have all their support. They need another core. They need a carry.
Fanatics turn to ban.
Templar Assassin is removed from the pool. Interesting ban. I'm actually not sure about the Templar Assassin ban. I kind of think they should... Well, Templar Assassin could also be a nice one there.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Guys, I must convert you to the team of chai lattes. It is not coffee, and I really like coffee as well. Sometimes you just want to have something else than coffee. This is actually just winter in a cup. That's what it tastes like. So nice.
Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I slurped. I'm sorry. Ember Spirit picked up.
Fanatics turn to pick.
Ember Spirit picked up. Well, you know, it's nice. You've got some extra control with that. It's a fighting core. I feel like they needed that. But you don't have the pushing power that I feel like they still lack. They can make up for that if they can fight early on, and if they can make sure that the counter push is there, and they can counter push. Invoker, Earth Spirit, Witch Doctor, and Ember Spirit are all very
10
good
seconds remaining.
with counter pushing and with basically defending
5
towers.
seconds
But that
remaining.
does mean that if Fnatic starts pushing down towers, MVP Phoenix need to be there to try and fight,
Reserve
preferably with
time.
3 people or more. One more hero needed on the side of Fnatic. They've got themselves a Darkseer and the Gyrocopter as core. They need another core. They need a mid. Going up against Invoker. Which hero do we want to see from mid one? Like I said, we saw him play Puck, Invoker, and Templar Assassin, and they're all gone. So I'm very curious to see what we're gonna see him play next. Maybe they should have kept the Invoker. Nah, maybe not. The Templar Assassin, I mean they banned it out themselves. Nah, you wouldn't want Queen of Pain, maybe? Nah. Maybe still Dragon Knight. But you want to have something... Ooh! The next Assassin! Is that a mid one, next Assassin? I would be really hyped. It is. I really hope for Fnatic that this works. Mostly because I really want to see Nyx Assassin do well. Now, Nyx Assassin is a hero that I used to play a lot of until Well, until he wasn't that as good as a support anymore, because I only played him as support really, and I can't really play him as offlane because I'm not that good. But I really like watching Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin means action on the map. That's basically what that means. You've got Impales that could potentially be mini Ravages. You got the Mana Burn, really good against Invoker. You got the Spike Carapace, really good against Invoker. Because you know when damage is coming in on the Invoker, so you can always just time that properly and make sure that you get yourself that stun out. But yeah, I don't want to seem biased because I also want to have a third game because my energy is finally here. So I wouldn't mind if we actually have a third game so I can actually properly cast without being tired beyond recognition. I want to have a cast that I can actually look back on thinking, yeah, you know, I have a good feeling about that. I'm still almost through the chai latte, guys. So welcome everybody inside the Dota TV client. I know you were already there, perhaps. Now I also welcome you, and I mean that's actually the biggest reason why I'm casting for you guys, because otherwise there would not be English coverage inside the game client. PGL assured that there is English coverage in practically every game inside the game client.
30 seconds.
There were a few games that were missed, especially day one, because it was only known the day before, I believe, that other English casters were not going to cast from Dota TV. But yeah, and I believe there at some point people overslept some. For example, the first game of Europe yesterday. Oh, mid one, careful there. Has to be careful. Goes for Febby here. MP as well. He has not spec'd anything yet. Might just go for a Spike Carapace if he wants to. I shall put in him as well. He can just run at people and hit them. In the meantime, there is a Earth Spirit sitting on the high ground. They found him, but he can just ball over. He's fine. And that is Radiant team picking up both of the runes. But yeah, the reason that I'm casting is mostly to make sure that there's English coverage inside the game client. So also, of course, streaming it on my own channel because I can. Because why shouldn't I? But yeah, if you are enjoying English coverage inside the game client, doesn't matter which series, then PGL is organization to thank for that, mostly for setting that all up. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the mid lane. It will be Invoker that will be on the top lane, safe lane. So it will be Ember Spirit versus Nyx Assassin here. Mid one taking on the Nyx Assassin, Kyo on the Ember. I'll just introduce them properly because I can. Let's continue actually with MVP. They have the offlane, solo offlane for Rev, as we've seen him do that before. Febby playing the Witch Doctor on the tri lane. Jubu on his Earth Spirit. I had them the other way around, as you could tell. MP playing the Invoker, and that is everybody on the side of MVP. And the reason I'm coming back to the middle lane is because that's where I'm expecting most of the action to happen. I don't think Forev should die on that off lane. And I think Earth Spirit is just here to snag experience from Ohio, as he has got that ward at the high ground, so he saw that this was happening. Actually taking quite a bit of damage here, Ohio. Ohio playing Darkseer on the off lane. As yep, there he goes. Let's see if he can make something happen here. Does he have more damage? No, he does not. He has a stone, but he can't kick anything yet, so that's all he has. That's all, folks. Mid one, Nyx Assassin, and this is the most interesting lane, and they will keep coming back to this because no off laner should die, no safe laner should die, really, unless there's a big mistake made, or unless there's maybe yeah, I was gonna say a rune battle, and the rune was won by the Earth Spirit with the haste rune, going for this Nyx Assassin who doesn't have Spike Carapace yet, but he will be able to make it to the tower. Tri-lane, safe tri-lane on the side of Fnatic with Net on the Shadow Shaman, Mushi on the Gyrocopter, and actually also on the tri-lane is Chrissy/DJ on the safe lane, but he just rotates middle because he's a Kunkka. He can do whatever he wants, including rotating mid to just walk around trees. A level 2 right now has got an X-Mark, has got a Torrent. Hello, careful there, Forev. Nah, he should be fine, like I said. Any burst damage he takes, he can just jump off. There you go. Waste of mana. And now we're gonna have some two-hand action on the Dota game as the Impale misses in the mid lane. What does the courier have there? It's the empty courier. Empty bottle, that is. Mid one has got that bottle. I mean, I'm saying this is the most interesting lane. It's mostly because in theory neither should die, but they're both melee heroes, so they can harass each other, and then the misplay easily results into a kill, even if there's the slightest misplay. So that's why this is the most interesting lane, and also because the other lanes don't really have a lot of player-on-player action. Maybe perhaps bottom lane, but again, the time walk will be there anytime, every time for Rev to just get away. And he's getting nice levels too. He's level 3 right now. Level 2 on the Darkseer so far, as there is an Ember Spirit that will end up going down to the tower here. See, I should have just stuck mid, guys. Why did I listen to myself? I'm my own worst enemy, I swear. But good kill. I think it was mostly a good kill because Ember Spirit was just way too far. Way too aggressive. Nyx Assassin did get the rune, by the way, not for Rev. In the meantime, on the top lane, the regen rune is being saved. Duo. But he's not gonna make it in time. And the regen rune has to now be taken by Earth Spirit, so... Oh! I pointed out a word earlier that I thought was from the Ember Spirit, but it's actually not from the Ember Spirit. So, my bad. In about 3 minutes you'll be flaming me, and then in about 5 minutes you'll say, oh. Yeah, but that's why they could see that the rune was still there. First, forcing that Earth Spirit to take the rune. Now, we're almost 5 minutes in. There was a first blood, but that was a misplay. I told you. There's like misplays. Is the only reason why someone should get a kill here. But then again, the tiniest misplays could get a kill. Now my question is, when does someone want to rotate? They shouldn't be able to get a kill with this. Mid one is taking a lot of damage, actually. He has to be careful here. They might be able to get QO. This wouldn't be a mid play, by the way. Oh, Sonic Wave or Sunstrike misses, actually. Mid one still going for this QO. There should be another torrent. Yeah, you can't juke that and he'll go down. I wouldn't call that a misplay per se. I would mostly say that that's just well played from Fnatic. So maybe we're reaching that stage where that's possible. We also have got a level 6 Nyx Assassin, which means that there is a chance that he just wants to go, not die, preferably not die. But careful is confused. In comes the Rocket Barrage. Is there a cooldown? No, he's level 4 actually, but it doesn't matter. Red will still end up going down. Boulder away from the Earth Spirit, and Nyx Assassin goes in this torrent. Actually still hits up on the Witch Doctor, but there's no follow-up as Ember Spirit comes forward and snags the Gyrocopter kill. Nyx Assassin roaming around and getting the rune. I was actually thinking that this is actually Nyx Assassin to what? So he reached level 6, and generally you have, like, it's obvious. Nyx Assassin's missing, he's level 6, he's going for a gank, right? So that's why you don't want to have that happen, and the way you could avoid that is to get yourself forced back.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Make sure that you don't...
The flames rush.
But it's obvious that you're missing. Like, right now, if you're living off of this one, you can go back. Sunstrike coming through. Doesn't hit once more. X marks the spot. He still has a haste rune though. He's super fast. But yeah, mid one could potentially now move back and then just use that as an excuse to just go gank a lane. And in terms of ganking, he can go to, like, he shouldn't go bottom lane, because if you go for Rev, he'll just time walk away, right? So he should go top lane. He should kill off Febby. Because I don't think he can kill off Invoker. Oh, hello, mid lane. Ember Spirit goes down. And Nyx Assassin using his invis to get away there. There was a sentry though, just in case as well. No more mana up on QO. X mark again, Torn again. DJ is putting out some work here. Impale comes out as well. Is there enough damage? There were some stick charges there to have some more damage if needed. Spike Carapace holds Q in place for a little while longer, but it's not enough. Ooh, Boulder through! Ubu is in problems, has not got anything yet. The Impale goes through, and this should be another kill. The Torrent comes out. This time the Sunstrike will hit, but it gets split between two people, and they will still get the Earth Spirit kill. In comes Breath, though. Level 4 still, so can't Chronos or anything. And Shackle coming out as the Torrent, a boat rather, comes in with the X mark and the Impale to finish him off. Now Forev is the next target. Febby comes in, has got a cast, throws it up on DJ, but he won't bounce around because he was too far away from anybody else, and nobody dies after the Ember Spirit. That was very well good rotations from Fnatic. And Fnatic was a little bit faster on their rotations compared to MVP Phoenix. They had, of course, a teleport rather than just a walkabout of the Witch Doctor. As Witch Doctor teleports bottom to try and get some extra experience, so good for him. But a lot of action here in this middle lane, and that just goes to show that's what the Nyx Assassin does, guys. We are supporting the Nyx Assassin pick here. We're voting for more Nyx Assassins in professional matches. I don't necessarily want them on my team in Dota 2 when I'm playing, but it is very fun to see, and it does make for some explosive fights. This is Kunkka though. He constantly is just on the tail of the Ember Spirit. He should have a Spirit to just jump away. There he goes. Indeed, he has Spirit. He has got a rough lane though. In terms of last hits, he's doing fine. He's actually sitting on 39 last hits. But Nyx Assassin sitting on 31, so fairly close. And of course, Nyx Assassin's got 3 kills, while Ember Spirit died 3 times. There's been a lot of fighting. All the kills that have happened on the middle lane. Nothing on the bottom lane because that's where nothing's happening. Nothing on the top lane because that's where nothing's happening either. Slightly boring, perhaps, but Impale, Torrent, both gonna be getting away in time. Yes, he is. Always have your Spirit out. It's so risky not to. There was still a teleport in from Febby, but it would have been too late. Would have been too late. Gyrocopter is also rotated once already. Paid for it with his life, by the way. The only person that died so far on the side of Fnatic, actually. All these rotations, by the way, let's take a look at what impact it has on the levels. Poor Earth Spirit. Oh, hello. No, the torrent is there. Smoke gets wasted. But at least you can't go anymore on that Kunkka. But yeah, poor Earth Spirit, because he's level 3, he's trying to catch up right now by getting some levels from the lane where Invoker is still farming. Invoker highest level on the map, also because he has a Midas. Only person with a Midas on the map. That means that he will get ahead in terms of experience, but the biggest difference is supports and offlaners. Offlaner level 7 on the side of Fnatic, and supports level 6 and level 7, which means you have got the Shadow Shaman wards, which they'll soon want to use. Probably to take tower. Most likely to take a tower, otherwise you can always try and take Roche, but they're Radiant side and they don't really have a good Roche lineup team in terms of getting a medallion, and they would need a medallion first. But yeah, Witch Doctor also just got level 6 as there is a pause coming in from Fnatic, but the Earth Spirit is just the sadder one as he is still level 4. But in terms of net worth, I don't think this should come as a surprise. Invoker is being basically left alone, and with the Midas he is indeed gonna spike ahead. As he looks to be going for a Rod of Athos. Oh, I like it. Oh yeah, Nyx Assassin doing very well. He's of course been involved in a lot of kills. Gyrocopter with a free farm bottom, and he actually might be able to get a kill here on this boat coming in, and no way out for this Faceless Void, who does have a Chronosphere, and perhaps with the Witch Doctor also making it to level 6, they might want to try and make something happen here. Chronosphere into Death Ward on one target should result into a kill, and here come the wards from the Shadow Shaman wanting to take down the tower, but this is something that MVP Phoenix knows that they need to reply on. In comes the Earth Spirit, first of all, looking for some pickup, looking for someone to hold back in the Torrent. Misses Sunstrike net. They get one. Can they get more is the question. The cask coming through will bounce around a bit. In comes the Impale, does stop the Death Ward from going through as well. Mushi took a lot of damage, but is able to still help kill off the Earth Spirit. Invoker does get the kill though, double kill for MP. X-Mark still, is there any follow-up? No, just the X-Mark, and they don't see him anymore. They don't have the detection. They do get the Witch Doctor with the Nyx Assassin kill, but in comes Forev. He still has his Chronosphere. He only just got into the fight because he was dead before. All cooldowns on hold for mid 1. As the boat gets dodged by Forev. Her Spirit and Invoker still on the fray as well. And they really need some detection for that Invoker next time, because if that could have been a kill, if they could have killed that Invoker, that would have been gigantic. And if you look at the net worth, there's such a big difference between the number 1 and the number 2 of the side of MVP Phoenix. But remember during the draft, right? When I said that they might not have MVP Phoenix might not have a lot of push themselves, but a way to deal with that would be to fight every time that a Fnatic wants to push.
Tower is under attack.
That's basically what they did. Now, ideally, they actually win that fight, but not just win a fight. They should be. When the combination is there, I mean, I think if the Faceless Void would have been there, the Chronosphere would have been there, I think that would have been a way different fight for MVP Phoenix, because they basically fought outnumbered, right? Oh, hello, Ember. Ember is there, Rocket Barrage. Yeah, he's back. X mark. There's your Chronosphere. There's a Death Ward as well. Mushi is the first target, targeting one at a time. Nice vacuum, Ohio, making it happen. The boat flying in, still hitting up on the Witch Doctor. Does get the kill. Here comes the dust. No escape for MP if he goes into the invisibility. They really want him dead. But in comes the stone, being kicked by Voodoo. MP though still ends up going down. If Red getting shackled goes down as well. As QO dies in the backhand by the Nyx assassin. Dubu just balls himself away. Smart choice, smart choice. Whoa, hello. Nyx assassin decides that he still wants to kill. Doesn't get the stun though, as Dubu jukes him and goes for the other side. Oh, passing, please, Val. That should be a kill, especially because he's got placed on the other side. Ask. Still hits, but doesn't have anything to jump towards. So in a way, that was a 5-man wipe. They do get the tower as well on the mid lane, and Fnatic once again. I mean, they didn't even use wards for that. They still have the wards to use it for a different tower. They could use it for the tier 2. They could use it for the tier 1 on the top lane if they want to. But Fnatic, they're getting ahead real fast right now, and they might be able to. Because I think after they take out all the outer towers, they're still gonna have a problem because MVP is still able to fight, and they still want to fight too. I'm wondering which item is gonna start being problematic for Fnatic. We do have the Rod of Aethos for P, but oh, that gets used on the Shadow Shaman. Oh, Shadow Shaman for the next fight. He's dead. Cooldown still goes down, hits upon 3, just slowing them down as Mushi. Takes a bit of a beating there, but we'll be fine for Rev. X mark. No, he dodges it. Nicely done. Another Rod of Aethos. This Rod of Aethos is actually doing quite a bit of work. I was about to flame it right before this fight started. Torn up on 2 though, and with the Death Ward, Mushi can just run away from that one. Death Ward wasted. Vacuum is there. Bit of heals coming through as well, as there will be Forev dying. Can't do anything anymore. No Chronosphere this fight. Febby, Spy Carapace is there with the cask helping out, as Febby will end up dead. There is a hidden Spirit, but he will be teleporting out. And then there's last but not least, it is the guy that already is back at the base, the Ember Spirit, who will continue farming because he is absolutely poor. I would actually use the word piss poor to describe his farm, because he was a solo mid Ember Spirit, and he is lower than the support that was there in the mid lane, guys. He's lower than the Kunkka. And the Invoker is starting to lose ground because, yeah, he can't, but he's doing fine, but he can't carry everything by himself. He can't just take his team on his back and start walking around with the rest of his squad there, because his squad is just too damn heavy. The play for MVP Phoenix right now is to try and get pickoffs and try and make the combination with the Chronosphere and the Death Ward work. And to outnumber their opponents. And that's, I think, the most important thing. Even team fights? No, forget about it. MVP cannot take those. Smoke up for yourself. Go for a gank, and then hope you find someone that's by himself. Hope to find someone that's singled out. Or you can single out preferably Nyx Assassin, because he's the highest net worth target. But as you can see, the only one that you would not want to find is the Shadow Shaman, as he's the only one that kind of does not have farm. The rest is all has a higher farm than anybody else, apart from Invoker, on the side of MVP. I'm talking about Invokers. Next item looks to be for staff. Yeah, but he's the only one that is actually building items, see? 1700 gold up on the Ember Spirit is the only thing he has to show for it. Doesn't even have upgraded boots or anything like that. Witch Doctor, same thing, brown boots, magic stick, and a bracer. At least Faceless Void has got treads. Mechanism up on the Dark Seer. I mean, the items for the Radiant Sea. There's already an Aether Lens up on the Kunkka Aether Lens, sorry. Not ether. Aether. And gyrocopter on his way to Sanji and Yasha. No, this is looking grim for MVP Phoenix. And this is a game 2 already. This is a best of 3. I think. Yeah, let's assume it is. Oh, the Sentry Ward is there, but I don't think it matters. Does not matter one bit. Nyx Assassin barely has to do anything. Gets silent constantly. There's a Chronosphere as well on mid 1. He might actually die, but the wards are up. The Shackle is there. The Spike Caravan is there as well. On mid 1 getting healed for the moment. Not enough. Then with a bow, hits the front 2. Febby in a lot of trouble, and he having to back off again as well. Nice chains coming out from QO, trying to buy some time. Nyx Assassin is still dead, but this was everything that MVP had. They used everything, and they're gonna lose their Invoker. They look to be losing their Hemisphere as well. He's fleeing, he's got his boots of travel, but that is all, and he gets just, he jumps back. I'm not sure why. Was that a X mark? It looked like it might have been. It's going from bad to worse here for MVP. They blew everything they had on that Nyx Assassin, and he still didn't die.
Dire's middle tower.
He died in the end, but that was after they already threw everything on him. Forev was able to jump away. He made a good play. He realized the fight was lost, and he jumped that way rather than going with the normal route, which kind of saved his life. His Chronosphere was good, but there was just no follow-up. The Witch Doctor didn't use Zilpid because he was too far away and couldn't get in range, and it was very difficult to also do that with the boat there, because I believe he got hit by the boat as well after the Chronosphere hit, so it's or before maybe even. It's a rough game for MVP Phoenix. They do still have one tower standing. Yoo-hoo! 2 bottom. As Dire actually, MVP Phoenix is trying to frantically hold on to the map control and having the Roshan on their turf. Let's take a look at the Dire vision. You see that that's where they have decent vision. Their own jungle is kind of lost at this point. Yes, it's theirs in spirit, but the words that stand there shows, hey, I'm property of the Radiant. And they can go there at any point and try to fight, but for now they're just trying to push the waves out. Fnatic is playing this very methodically, just making sure that they push all the waves out, and then they go for a gank, then they go for a kill, or for a tower, in previous cases. Maybe Roshan. It looks like Fnatic is first going for the tower. We already have the gyrocopter coming in from the side. After his Sanji actually went up for a BKB rather than finishing up the Sanji and Yasha. I mean, that's one of the best things, right? It's
Dire's bottom
you know, it's already pretty tough to kill him. So if you're just building more tanky items, they're just never going to be able to kill you, and they won't be having a chance to come back into this game. If they can't kill you, they can't get your gold.
Radiant's top tower is under
Torrent. They see Forev. They want to go for him. The Impale's there too. Can he jump away? He's gonna try. Yes, he can, but he still has taken a lot of damage. Mushi, though, taking a lot of damage himself. That BKB not actually helping out that much. The mechanism will, though. Forev still not there. He's trying to jump forward. The Chronosphere hits him on Ohio, but Forev can't do anything with that. The Shackle. Hugo now stuck in the Chronosphere as well. Vacuum into the wall. Can they make something happen? The Ether Shock doing a lot of damage. Febby on the verge of dying, but he'll make it out alive. Barely, but he will. Nobody dying just yet. Mushi is very close to dying though, and yeah, with the cold snap there, and not able to get the aggro of the tower off of him, was not able to live, so he's the only one that died. The rest stays alive. A pretty good kill to get too, because like I said, he was the highest net worth. Torrent hits the bunny Invoker, slowing him down from helping QO here, who jumped into the fight. Forev now jumping into the fight too. He might not have a Chronosphere, but he wants to do this anyway. He wants to go for DJ. He will be able to. DJ down. Dominating streak going the way of the Invoker, and this could be the start of the comeback for MVP Phoenix. They got the deny on the tower as well. They got the 4-step on Invoker. They got the boot to travel there as well. And it's time for QO to start building some damage. They desperately need it, and perhaps can they secure Roshan after this fight? That would be huge. Kunkka is not having buyback. He's back in 20 seconds. Can they take it down in time? I think they can. You gotta, yeah, they definitely can. You gotta remember that there's very easy ways for Fnatic to get to the Roche Pit, as they have not lost a single tower just yet. But Ember is making sure that there's space created there, as he has been hit by the homing missile. Should be able to have a spirit to go home, or to get out regardless. And indeed he will. Oh, or not. Nope, he dies. And that is one dead. Oh, and the Roshan's still not dead. Oh my god, they're gonna fight this. They might be able to take this one. Net taking a lot of damage. We'll still be able to use an Aether Shock right before he dies. Might be dying. Might not, actually. Depends on what that Earth Spirit is doing with his stones there. As Bebby tries to make something happen with his Death Ward, but gets interrupted. I believe it was even Roshan that interrupted him. In the meantime, F can't do anything because he's stuck on the high ground. X mark the spot. Up for Rev. Now he jumps down. And again, X marked. Oh my god. DJ next level plays. In the meantime, someone's getting chased here. Impale will finish him off. That was a dead Ember Spirit. The fight's not over though. Rev, or is it over? It looks to be over. Yeah, definitely looks to be over. Spirit wasn't able to do anything, and or not after the magnetized. The Shadow Shaman actually didn't die, guys. So no stones extra placed. Oh, Rev, he really wanted to steal the Aegis. What's he? Oh, what's he doing? You know, it's good effort. Mushi's taking a lot of damage. And hexed up as well, and impaled. How did he get to the low ground? Did he just get jumped? How did he do that? Meteor makes my Dora lag. Thank you. Now the Roshan dies. Aegis goes to the Kunkka. Febby will die. And there's an Aghanims on the next assassin. And it looks funny. Hey, in 5 minutes, you will tell me how the Faceless Void got down, right? Because he it looked like he jumped while he was stunned. It looked a bit weird, it looked a bit funky. But yeah, more control for Fnatic. Net worth. Invoker is doing nice. He took this farm to he took this time to farm. You gotta imagine though, part of the farm is in that hand of Midas, so you can kind of deduct that from the total in terms of useful items. Yeah, you get the tech speed. Sure. But yeah, he's the only one keeping their team kind of into the game and trying to delay the game for the rest of MVP to also start contributing to the fights and to the games, as the MVP team needs a bit of a moment to recuperate. They do have MP reconnecting. I believe, yeah. So Aegis is still in the hands of the Kunkka, and also has an Aghanims. Oh, that's why. That's why he got. No, he go with the boat. So you can't push him back unless he was on the other side. Huh. I don't know. It's a mystery, guys. Mystery. Mystery of the Faceless Void. Yeah, guys, it's not the first time that we see support Kunkka today. Southeast Asia kinda never really let go of that, I think, after Tron used it. And it's still a really good hero to have, as you can see. I mean, it made a gigantic difference there in that mid lane. Ohio, jumping forward, vacuum back. Voodoo getting hexed up as well, and dead. Voodoo is really not having the best of team games. I find that he seems to struggle a lot when his team is behind. He seems to not be aware of too much of his positioning in the games that we've seen from him today and yesterday. And anyway, the pressure is on. Onto that bottom lane. MVP. Are they on tilt? Can they hold it together? Can they actually do something here? We do have a Witchstructor coming in, having already placed a sentry ward. X mark. Gets it out on the Witchstructor. That's a very long thing. They do see it though, because they do have that sentry ward there. X mark off for Rev. Torn up on 2. Where's that boat? There's the boat. Doesn't matter for the heroes, but at least they get the Witch Doctor. Febby dies. Doesn't go down, he just dies, guys. Chronosphere, oh no, you get a Hexa before I shackled. Long range shackle. Will still end up dead as well. Torn up on the Earth Spirit in the meantime, he can't do anything. And it's the Ember Spirit and the Invoker that are left here to their devices. The wards are placed very far forward. They were half hitting the Rex though, so the melee Rex at least went down. Just the ranged Rex to go here on this bottom lane. Homing missile just to scare him off. Make sure that they don't come closer. Impale misses on the next assassin, the Chronosphere comes out. Let's see where they're gonna go for. Mushi seems to be the target, but the Shackle's there to help MP, or to at least to stop MP from going on Mushi. The Death Ward didn't really do anything there either. Wasn't able to get a lot of damage, and DJ now taking a lot of damage, but he is the one with the Aegis Ohio. Gonna try to run there, takes a lot of damage. The magnetic field is actually helping out loads, or magnetized rather. Mushi in trouble now. Has to run away from Foreb. The Sunstrike misses Foreb. I think he's gonna back off. I think he has to back off. Jukes the rocket. That is nice. Darkseer still ended up dead as well. So it's 2 for 0. As it is MVP who's trying to chase Fnatic out of their base and is trying to catch any kill that they can get. They need any kill that they can get. They get at least one. The rest should be able to back off. But the gem. Where's the gem? Yeah, the gem is now in the hands of the Earth Spirit. 4 people dead. The gyrocopter still ended up going down, by the way. That is a Sunstrike. I think. Yeah. But that's a good defense from MVP Phoenix. Yeah, they lost to Melee Rex, but I mean it's I think the first fight that they actually won. And I forgot to press on the teamfight recap. But you can only imagine how much gold they got from that fight. They did use a buyback on the Faceless Void and on the Invoker as well, but I would say that's worth it. They're worth it. L'Oreal. We got vacuumed down. Thank you, 5 minutes ago. This 5-minute delay thing can be very frustrating sometimes. Seeing everybody say vacuumed! 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 No, thanks. I didn't notice that. I mean, if I did notice that, I would have said it, so. Sometimes you can't notice everything, guys. It's impossible. Impossible. Next assassin, 2900 gold. What's he going for next? Oh, he got vacuumed during the stun, so that made him look like he was flying through the air and then jumped down. Okay. Take a look. Can they do this? X mark the spot. Still allow Gyrocopter to farm safely without any repercussions. Goes up to the high ground. They stun up on 2. Ward's already under siege here. They want to make those wards count, yeah, they have to go in. Otherwise those wards will just die. Febby taking a lot of damage already. Ooh. Forev gets a delation out. Doesn't go yet for his Chronosphere. And MVP do kill the wards. Tower half health. But that seems to be enough for Fnatic for the moment. They don't have an Aegis, and perhaps they only want to fight with an Aegis or with an advantage. You will soon know how long it takes for the next Roshan to spawn as the Invoker finishes up his BKB. It will be very handy, and they smoke up. They want to use it straight away, they want to surprise them with it, they want to try and catch someone off guard. Next assassin would be nice, but oh, Shadow Shaman would be like the worst target. They Chronosphere him. I mean, that's a... I was gonna say that's a dead Shadow Shaman, but everybody comes out to help him. The boat up on 2 is off. Febby taking a lot of damage. We'll try to run away from that one. The Faceless Void's already dead. Now the Witch Doctor falls also. They still get the Shadow Shaman. Not worth it. Not worth the first BKB charge of MP, that's for sure. That is gonna be the tier 3 tower going down, I think, because no Chronosphere and no I was gonna say no death ward, but the death ward is still coming as a puddle of oh, the thorn up onto. There should be another sun soon too. And this next assassin is such a nuisance. It's so annoying. I would really dislike having him in my game. In the enemy team. I wouldn't mind seeing him on my team though.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I mean, an impale can be soon coming. Vacuum into an impale, into the torrent. QO dead already. And they're just standing here. They're just sieging. Well, Febby can't even use his death ward anymore because he's out of mana. And it seems like MVP rather, is just waiting for a moment to actually go in. Waiting for a moment to try and have the advantage, but they just can't find it. And this Nyx Assassin, oh, there's a Gem of Truth out on the floor, guys. This Nyx Assassin is just blinking around and burrowing and just impaling everything that he sees left and right. In the meantime, Mushi doesn't care about anything. He just goes for the towers. He just goes for the racks. Gets the racks. Well played. Well, in the meantime, the ward's already plays middle. Fred has to be careful. Cooldown coming down as well. Febby's the only one to get hit by that one, but the Scotty there, he can't actually get away at all. BKB used by Mushi. We'll go for Febby, and Febby drops. Again, no ultimate from the Witch Doctor, and this time no buyback because he just used that. Death Ward. I mean, it's a level 2 Death Ward. It's actually quite decent. They could definitely use that.
Has fallen.
The gem at least is in the hands of MVP. GG. Okay, we're out. We're done. Fnatic. They are the team that makes it through. They are the team that goes to Shanghai. They have secured themselves a place in the Shanghai Major at the start of March. And well played to them. MVP. It felt like they just couldn't get their footing with the draft. It mostly felt like a drafting issue. We've seen them play really well, but maybe they're a bit of a one-trick pony with the Death Prophet of QO being really strong, and they need to maybe focus more on getting a Death Ball